Good morning, everybody. This is Christy from the Be the Light YouTube channel. I thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I send you love. I kind of just want to talk about a few things. Today is still the 1010 portal, and I have a few things in my heart that I wanted to share. I think in one of my videos, I expressed, and perhaps I'm mistaken, it could be in one that I haven't uploaded yet, where I have been seeing rain, and in my visions and in my dreams, for the past 3 or 4 days. And my husband ended up telling me that it's supposed to rain here this Sunday, which will be the 11th. It's raining today here on the 10th. It's come early, or will continue on till Sunday, I don't know. And I'm excited about rain more so now than I ever have been in my past. I know the rain is necessary. We all know rain is necessary. Rain is water. Water is life. Now, when we think in terms of spiritual rain, spiritual water, it is to do just what I said. Provide life. Life and water is the spiritual concept of the Holy Spirit, the divine energy that resides within us all, and when it is living and flowing through us properly with no restrictions, we have life. And so in one of my visions, I ended up seeing where God showed me a reflection in a mirror. And the reflection was of a blooming tree. We're in autumn. The trees are turning colors and the leaves are falling. This was a tree that was in full bloom that should have been losing its leaves and changing colors. So I knew God wasn't talking in terms of what I was experiencing here currently with the seasons. Yet He's talking about the seasons. Autumn is a time of when we can look back the past several months here, perhaps 6 months, perhaps the complete year, whatever it is for your life, and we can look back and say, look at how much you have stored. Because in the biblical terms, every summer you work and you labor, you'd sweat in your gardens, in your fields, and you would store everything for the fall and winter seasons in your storehouse. So autumn was the time where they would go back and begin a celebration of everything that they have, the abundance of everything that they have completed. And that's exactly where we currently are. And 1010 here has a significant play and pull with it. Because, of course, this message came a few days prior to the 1010 here gateway portal. And we are going to see the results that we have put in. You are going to see the results that you have put in. In other words, everything that you have understood throughout your growth period here lately, for the past few months or so, you are going to witness your understanding. The integration process is at hand. Now, I don't know the time frame of how soon you're going to integrate, how soon you're going to see these results? I don't know, because I don't know you personally. I'm not living your life. And I'm kind of asking you to not think in terms of when. Stay within each moment and be mindful and see and observe what you are witnessing and what is coming in. I'm feeling a lot of love coming into my form. And that's where this video is leading me towards right now. The number 1010 has been with me for some time. I don't know if it's been a year, but it's been a real good time. And I've understood it as tapping into and connecting with the angelic realm, the higher realms of angels and archangels, ascended masters and such. It's attached to more of your service, more of your purpose. And here we are at this pillar. Walking through this doorway now. We are walking through the doorway towards being given more of our purpose. Why? Because we have worked for this. So everything that you have worked for, pertaining to the understanding that you have been given, pertaining to your purpose, will be integrated. And I have been speaking about that diamond. The diamond comes into play within the brain, within the heart, within the lower regions, within your entire energetic field. It's infinite, just like you are. But right now, I want to tap into that heart, that diamond heart. The diamond reflects a prism of light. When held just right, you can see colors, the magnificence, the shining, the glow, every color of the rainbow. And that's your reflection, of course. When your heart is reflecting the entire rainbow, it is that connection with unity consciousness, love consciousness, Christ consciousness, whichever one that you have been understanding pertaining to your life. Diamond consciousness, whichever is more comfortable for you. And we have to begin to live from that heart. And this also takes practice. This is the time when we are, because of the 1010 gateway, we are learning. And because of our purpose, being given more of our purpose, we have to learn to communicate from the heart and speak it from the heart. This is that connection from head to the lower regions, to the heart, from above to your heart, and you can speak it outwardly. When we can filter out and filter in, what God is trying to speak to us about, what Source is trying to speak to us about, what the angelic realm is trying to speak to us about, we are connected here. And that's what they're trying to teach us here lately. And perhaps you have been having these incidences take place where they have been kind of testing you. Does he or she understand that we are trying to connect to her heart and mind now? Now, I have been somebody who's been thinking from the heart. Is this correct? Is this love? etc. Or I catch myself when I have been in a bad mood or I have said something without thought. I catch myself and I say, no, I don't like that and I'm going to change this. Either I go back and I apologize for anything that I may have said out of aggravation from what I'm experiencing, or someone else is experiencing, and I don't want to be that person any longer. I will apologize. Or I will just choose in my heart not to be that person the next time that it arrives into my experience. But there is something different. And I mean different, because love grows and grows and grows. And the amount of love that your heart can feel is infinite. And I know what the way that I am feeling and the way that God had, the idea of His love is far greater than my own. Everything about what God has for us is greater than our own thought and our own emotion. I didn't realize, because I haven't felt it myself, infinite love. And I've tapped into it here a couple of times. That within my awareness, where I've been more mindful and I'm like, oh, that was you. And it kind of makes me go back to why I stopped posting on social media. Sometimes I get this intuition of, oh my gosh, I have to share this. And yeah, that's a great thought, great emotion, and great connection that I'm doing. But when it becomes God's words, the words that you are supposed to share with purpose, for a purpose, there's going to be this fire that burns. And I had a chance the other day where a fire came into my heart, and I began to write. And then I noticed, and I was like, well, wait a minute. This fire went away. Now what I'm writing about no longer is serving me. And I stopped myself from writing. And I ended up asking God again, if you want me to share this, bring it back into my heart. I haven't received anything other than this conversation of sharing my experience. I was driving again a few days ago when an idea came into my heart and I nearly wept. This was the most intense thought and emotion, and I knew that God was giving me this idea. And I was so excited about it. And I came home and I shared this idea and thought. And the idea and thought, the emotion that I had about it, it's still my great idea and I still might do it. But now I have made that connection yesterday because I've had a couple of experiences where I'm certain, well, I have a hint that I am being guided towards living from the heart, the unified heart. And they're teaching me to be aware of that unified heart, so that when they are trying to really connect and give you a message that is important, of great importance, you'll know the difference between who you are, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and who God is. what he's thinking, what he's feeling, and what he wants you to share. And when I say God, I mean anybody who is associated with God in his realm and helps you on your path, okay? And I use the word God because that's part of my path. And who you use and resonate with, by all means, please continue to do so. So as we are working towards this, tapping into more of our purpose, remember this purpose is connected to divinity, to the One. Which means we have to be able to understand when it is time to share what is being given to us. And I want you to be mindful of how I'm asking that you be mindful of how your body is feeling. Your heart center now is going to even begin to feel more movement. And I'm not talking about intense palpitations like anxiety movement. You're going to feel a flow of cool energy, rotating energy. And it could come in cycles. It could rotate. I don't know how it's going to work for you. But it's not going to be how when we are taking in energy and purging energy out. That type of energy can have a negative side effect too, and make you feel excuse me, less and low. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, and I'm trying not to be on the other side of this, of the scale. I'm trying to be neutral or positive about this. But it's more that cool burn. I like to use cool burn, and it reminds me of when you put Bengay on. You put Bengay or a menthol product, and it makes you burn and cool. And as I speak about this, it is taking place in my heart center. And I know this is what I'm supposed to share today, because prior to making this or hitting record, the emotional love was pouring through me. And there's more of that center. The center, the energy of the center of your being is going to feel this vibration. An intense love. I like to call it intense love. You feel the love pouring in. So the upgrade in the heart, the integration now of this divine heart is taking place now. And so you're going to feel that. Hopefully you're feeling it. When you become more in tune with what your physical body is going through and connect it to what truly is, that's when you integrate these things. It's understanding. Understanding something means you integrate it. If you don't understand a lesson in school, you're going to pass, you're going to fail that test, right? It's the same thing. You have to understand what you're experiencing. Otherwise, you'll never know. You don't know what you're going through. So I hope this makes sense, and this is where I'm actually going to leave this at. And I knew it was important to share. Perhaps you have already tapped into living from the heart, or working from the heart too. We are living from the heart as best as we can with what we have. And the more that you tune into the heart, instead of your experience or instead of your mind, you are love. But there's going to be that time when there's an intense importance And that is the message that needs to be given. That is in relationship to who you are and what your purpose is. And of course, your purpose is here to serve in some way, shape, or form. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.